Hello everyone, welcome to another Making Monday Lovable video. Today's video will be about my thoughts on order and chaos. And throughout my life, I've always, in a way, thought that I'm super chaotic, I'm all over the place, I'm a mess, nothing is structured, and always in a negative way, in a blaming way. That I can't keep, order, but have chaos everywhere. And then throughout the different phases of my life, being young, a teenager, having a chaotic room, and so on and so forth, these things changed and shifted. But until today, I still have little spaces where it's a little bit of chaos in my place. But I also thought inside my head, my mind, everything would be all over the place and a mess and a chaos. And I've said that to a couple of people, shared that with some of my job coaches as well. And they were like, what? Not at all. You seem to have your shit together. You seem to know everything and structured and organized and all. And I was super surprised because I have managed to still make things work in my life, like my studies, go live in another country, doing a PhD, starting my own company, and so on and so forth. So I kind of manage. It's not that my life is falling apart. And I had my mantra meditation teacher Elizabeth telling me once that, Daria, intuition is not linear. And that kind of hit me deeply because I thought like, oh my God, that is so true, especially for me, because I know that I have a very fluctuating energy. It goes up and down in unpredictable ways. And I try to adjust to it and work according to it and do activities according to my fluctuating energy. And I have always had a hard time to be consistent in a way, to have consistent habits, and that changed. I manage now to have a type of order, what I do that doesn't restrict me, but gives me actually more freedom. So I have somehow managed to integrate order and chaos into my life in a healthy way for me, because I like to be, I like to do a lot, think a lot, have things a little bit like that and act upon them and have the freedom to do that. And while also having order or certain types of habits. And now for this year that I decided to share a little bit more about what I do apart from scientific illustrations, which is abstract art. I thought a lot about it, how I want to do this, because I also started to write blog posts, longer posts where I share my thoughts and experiences in more writing form with really simple illustrations. And before I only would post scientific illustrations in different types of styles, genres, and details, sometimes sketches, but it was always about scientific illustrations. And then I started to incorporate more things, like the blog posts with the simple illustrations of myself in certain situations. Then I started to post abstract art paintings that I do. And as a challenge, all of this as a challenge to push my comfort zone and see how that affects me. And for this year, I have decided that I want to share more of my abstract artist or abstract art painting journey. Then how do I integrate that? How do I put all of these parts of me together in a non-chaotic way, in a structured and logical, maybe not really logical, but in a structured, consistent way? And now I've decided 1 week is going to be science. So this week I will post about science. And the week after, I'll post my abstract art paintings. I still have Mondays for the videos. I have Wednesdays and Sundays for my blog posts. And the rest I will fill with either science or abstract art. But you see, it's a lot. It's a lot of different things. And all of these things look differently. And there is no, even though there is structure and order, because I decide what do I do on which days, and the general overall week topic, science or abstract art, it is still, fluctuating. It's sometimes a video, and then it's a blog post, and then it's a painting, and then it's an illustration. So even though there is like micro order, on the macro level, it seems chaotic somehow to me, like it is everything all over the place. But then I also thought about, do I actually care? And I don't. Well, like with my whole heart, I don't mind this, because I know that underneath all of this, even if it is so many different things, this is something that I want to explore. I'm not just Daria, that's a scientific illustrator. I'm Daria that has other interests and wants to explore other things and wants to grow and try and play around with. And why should I then not, why should I hide these things? Why shouldn't I share these things? We are human beings that constantly evolve, constantly change, constantly develop, constantly switch our minds and have all kinds of other different interests. It's not like only one thing that defines us, and it's not just one thing that defines me. So why shouldn't I share it? Even if it seems to be like everything, all or nothing, all over the place. From a marketing perspective, from a business perspective, maybe from all these kinds of logical, entrepreneurial, and social media rules and perspectives. Maybe it's complete bullshit to do that. Maybe I should have all kinds of different accounts for all kinds of different things. But I mean, who am I to manage all of this? I don't want to. So I put my micro rules on each week and go for it. And in a way, all of this has as a common factor me. It is still me. It is still Daria, who is a scientific illustrator, who has studied biology, done her PhD, always painted. And now this Daria is just trying to explore different types of other things. And to me, I think this is super interesting. I love this. I love this type of flexibility, and that I just can decide to do it. And not mind if it seems a certain way for someone else that craves more consistency. It's okay. Either way. So yeah, these are my thoughts on what I decided for this year on my social media presence, posting, and order and chaos, that in the end it is, in a way, it's ordered because it is me. All of it comes from me, whether it's a scientific illustration, whether it's something I've illustrated that became animated by someone else, whether it's an abstract art painting, whether it's a blog post explaining and sharing with you my experiences from the past or the present with like scribbles of me in cartoon form, whether it's whatever it is still coming from me, and that's the core kind of organizing unit in a way, I feel like. So yeah, these are my thoughts for today. Let me know what you think about this, how you deal with order and chaos and these types of things, and how you manage, maybe what you prefer, what you don't prefer, whatever it is you want to share, feel free to do so. Other than that, I wish you a great Monday and a nice week ahead, and talk to you next week. Bye.